Are you absolutely flabbergasted by the price of eggs recently? Do you go to the supermarket and end up bringing home half as much as you used to?
Bruh.
Well, need no fear, ladies and gentlemen, because I have a solution for you. It's time to eat the bugs. That's right. Those little creepy crawlies in your yard, those could be delicious snacks for you. I'm gonna go over some common and not so common insects that you might be interested in consuming. Also, one of them's not an insect, but whatever. So please join me in why you should eat the bugs. First on our list, we're gonna do one of the most popular insects on the market. You'll find these at any pet store near you, and well, they're just absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, the cricket. The cricket is a symbol of good luck in many Asian and European countries. It's in fact actually a delicacy in Thailand and Mexico, as well as many other parts of the world. They don't have lungs, they're extremely lightweight. Fun fact, every species of cricket has a different chirp, and their ears are located on their legs. I don't understand how that works. But they generally have 13 to 20 grams of protein per 100 gram serving. And they're absolutely disgusting creatures. I hate crickets. I hate crickets! Oh my god, as someone who has a gecko, dude, I used to keep them for like a couple days, the crickets, right? They die so fast, and they smell awful, and they poop everywhere. They poop tiny little specks, but they poop so many, it builds up, it's so gross. All right, let's pick out something else. Mealworms. I'm at the top. They're not worms. Yes, that's right. Mealworms are actually just the larval stage of some beetle that is black. I don't remember the name of the beetle. Darkling beetle, that's it. They're called darkling beetles. How creative, Mr. Scientist Man. They're generally an inch long when fully adult. You know, it's still larval stage. It's still a baby technically, but you know what I mean. They can burrow underground. It's very cool. You know, you like your food to have some kind of pizzazz, right? They're about like 55% protein. They have a ton of amino acids, a ton of fatty acids, and more iron than sirloin beef. And they don't have a heart or lungs, so you don't even have to feel bad about eating them because they couldn't breathe anyway, and they couldn't love. And just like us, they eat plastic too. They eat a lot of plastic. In fact, you could have what was it? Hold on, let me look up the quick fact, the fun fact. Around 3,000 darkling beetles could eat through a plastic cup in a day. Wow. And they have a diet of mainly fruits and vegetables on top of the plastics, you know, like just like us. Again, we eat fruits, vegetables, and a ton of microplastics. I love the microplastics. And if you don't want to eat the worms, they grow into the darkling beetles that I already mentioned, which are just very boring looking beetles that are like half the size of the worm for some reason. Doesn't make much sense, does it? Sense? What? Now everyone's favorite insect, roaches. Now, roaches, obviously, there's a ton of different roaches, right? You got the Madagascar hissing cockroach, you got the house cockroach, you got there's a lot of cock, all right? I mean, then we got the dubia roaches, which honestly, I'll probably focus on since, again, I raise them, I feed them, you know, yada, 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 whatever. They don't need their heads to survive, so technically, we could just eat the head of every cockroach, and we wouldn't even affect the population, right? We could just eat their heads, which is where their brains are, I'm assuming. That doesn't make much sense, actually, now I think about it. They're fast, you know, and when you eat a fast animal, you actually gain their speed stat. I think I learned that somewhere. I don't know where. They're incredibly high in protein. In fact, they're actually 54% protein on a dry matter basis. What's a dry matter basis? Well, that's assuming there's no water present. So it's just, you know, just the body. There's no water involved. There's none of that wet, sticky stuff. You know, I know you know what that is, what you're talking about with the wet, sticky stuff. You weirdo, you disgusting monster. And well, they don't smell nearly as bad as crickets, and I hate crickets. I really, really hate crickets. Now we're gonna get into some scary animals, right? The monarch butterfly. What's wrong with the monarch butterfly? Well, we're not gonna be talking about the caterpillars because that probably does have some nutritional value, but I don't want to go near them because they're weird looking. We're gonna talk about the monstrosity that destroyed Bikini Bottom. They can taste with their feet. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but your feet, I can't do that. I don't know how they do that, but apparently they can taste with their feet. I can only taste with my tongue. That's really weird. They contain virtually no protein, for like human consumption. I don't know how, because everything needs protein, everything does, but they make their own, but then when we eat it, it's basically nothing. I don't understand it. Their wings are transparent, which doesn't make any goddamn sense. And like I said before, they've destroyed a single monarch butterfly destroyed an entire underwater city without even actually doing anything. It was still stuck in a bubble. Very dangerous creatures. Do not let them near your house.
Yo, ever heard of jerkmate?
Oh, baby, my favorite animal, the Hercules beetle. Now, this is a rarity. This is sure is one of those, interesting creatures, a little fun fact creature. We're going to talk about the larvae first. They can actually grow to up to 4.5 inches, 3 inches bigger than me, and weigh over 3.5 ounces. They're actually a very solid source of protein that many countries actually consume. And by many, I mean a few in Asia, because this animal's very hard to get. It's actually illegal to ship them into the United States, so only the ones that are already here you can get from breeders, which again, they're very hard to get because some can go upwards of $900. But the larvae last for like 2 years. They take a very long time to turn into the beetle, and then when they do turn into the beetle, they're only around for like 6 months. Very lame. And they can lift 850 times their own body weight. That's kind of crazy. Can you imagine lifting 850 times your own body weight? Now, I'm 205 pounds. If I multiplied that by 850, that would be a very, very big number. And that would be really cool. I would be like Mr. Incredible in the first movie, not the second movie. The second movie, he was a bitch. He was a big bitch. God, I'm so upset with that second movie. It wasn't the worst thing ever, but the villain was extremely weak. Mr. Incredible was so nerfed. The whole family was nerfed. And it's like they completely backtracked on like what happened in the first movie. They just did the same thing twice. It was just so disappointing after waiting for that long. Anyway, let's just get right into the last one. This very special bug. Worms now. Worms, baby. Oh, baby, I love worms. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Think I'll go eat worms. Big, fat, juicy ones, itty bitty litty ones. Look how they wiggle and squirm. 55 to 70% protein on dry matter. That's right, they're almost entirely protein. Various amino acids such as lysine and methionine. I don't know how to pronounce words, which is actually better than cow milk and fish and some meats. It's literally better than like meat and milk and other things that we eat normally. It comes in a gummy form, which it literally has nothing to do with the actual worm. It's literally just disgusting sugar and just nonsense and microplastics. But hey, it's delicious, has no nutritional value, and has nothing to do with this video, but it's gummy worms, baby! And you're really cool if you eat worms. So honestly, if there's one thing to take away from this video, do not eat crickets. I hate them. I hate crickets so much. Do not eat them, just kill them. Every single time you find a cricket, please just burn it or shoot it or hit it with a mallet. You know what? I'm gonna get me mallet and I'm gonna hit a bunch of crickets right after this video. Anyway, like and subscribe. I love you. Let me know if you want to see more nonsense videos like this. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Don't actually eat any of these things. Why would you do that? Just go to the grocery store and make your own food. It's literally less expensive to cook. Just cook your own food, bozo!